Less than a year ago, George Floyd's death sparked outrage across the nation. He died after being handcuffed and pinned to the ground by an officer's knee. And now a new exhibit is opening up at a Plaza Midwood art gallery, capturing that moment in history. Fox 46's Brett Baldeck is live in the studio this morning with a look at that art display, capturing the protests here in Charlotte. Brett?
Good morning, Ann Wyatt. So much has happened in this past year. It's hard to believe the George Floyd protests were less than a year ago. It brought some police reform across the country and here locally in Charlotte. Now, a local young photographer is putting his photos on display from those protests in hopes of sparking a conversation. Inside this small gallery in Plaza Midwood is an exhibit of photos shot by a young black man documenting a moment in history.
I'm holding my ancestors down. I'm showing them mad love. So.
Racist USA!
Last summer, when Charlotte became part of the George Floyd protests, Joshua Galloway grabbed his digital camera.
Everything was going on. I just wanted to capture what authentically was happening.
Part of that authenticity included putting himself between protesters and police.
First night on the 4, they were shot with tear gas. Literally had to run to the convenience store and get milk to pour on my eyes.
But the danger didn't stop him.
I saw that happening. I was just like, okay, let me really be out here even more.
Joshua captured thousands of images over several nights of protests. About a dozen of his pictures now on display at the Light Factory in Plaza Midwood.
I love the humanity in these images. I love the children. I love the mothers.
Director Kay Tuttle was introduced to Joshua via a mutual friend. She now considers him part of her family.
He is an incredible photographer, but better than that, he's a wonderful human being.
Which is why Joshua wants the people in these photos to be front and center. Each is displayed in black and white with a simple frame. He hopes this display sparks interest regardless of the color of your skin.
Be inspired and have a dialogue and have a conversation.
Now, if you want to visit the gallery, it opens this week from Wednesday through Saturday, noon to 4. But because of COVID-19 restrictions, you have to go online to book an appointment. We've placed a link over on our website at fox46.com where you can do that. Just look for this story, and that link will be inside the story.
Now, Brett, did Joshua always plan to have these photos on display, or was this kind of a work in progress, so to speak?
So he actually didn't go out there with a plan to eventually display these photos, and he told me he's actually had several offers before what he found at the Light Factory, but he wanted them displayed in the correct way. And coming up at 8:30, we'll explain more about how he was able to whittle down thousands of photos to just a dozen, and plans that the Light Factory has for other black photographers and artists in our area. And Wyatt.
Thank you, Brett. Some pretty powerful images there. Well,